So I decided to venture into the world of the undead to do my very first platinum video. Here's a few things that we're going to go over, just that way you're aware before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video. Of course, first of all, this video is going to contain spoilers. It's going to have storyline spoilers, and I am sorry for that. If that's something you're not into, you're probably going to have to dip, but I understand. This will also have some tips on how I got some of these trophies. Now, this isn't going to be a full-blown tutorial, but you are going to see just the general idea of what I did in order to get these trophies. And then overall, I'm going to be sharing my opinions of this journey throughout my platinum experience. If you could show some support by liking and subscribing and commenting to see more of these platinum videos. This trophy hunt is comprised of a total of 32 bronze trophies, 10 silver trophies, and 3 gold trophies. And of course, the one and only platinum. Now, to start this off, we have an unlikely group of survivors who are finding themselves together on a plane with a one-way ticket out of Hell A. And yes, I know that is extremely cringy, but that's what they call it. As expected, they couldn't make it away, and the plane goes down because of this rich prick. But more on him later. From this point, we get to pick our character. I went with Amy because she seemed cool and pretty balanced, to be honest. You couldn't really go wrong with any of them, but this one seemed to be the most balanced, in my opinion. But there is an interesting ensemble of people here to pick from. Once you awake and you get your footing, you meet these lovely people. And basically, they fit the description of, like, the last people you would ever want to be stuck with during a zombie apocalypse. But we're going to go ahead and make do.
Amy.
This is fucking tremendous.
After our very first zombie brawl, we decide to try and save 2 people who clearly don't look like they can be saved, and, well, this happens.
Some water. You need to stay hydrated.
Kinda what you would expect to happen if this was real, but it's a game, so, like, what do we do now? With nothing else to do but to wait for our imminent death and zombification, we're just going to go ahead and head to Emma John's house. Yeah, remember this lovely woman? While making my way there, I did die a lot, like again and again and again. Surprisingly, this game was kind of difficult to really get a feel for in a lot of ways. I played the first Dead Island, loved it, but I was really struggling to kind of get used to the controls, and it was shockingly more difficult than I thought it was going to be at the start. Now, of course, once I got used to everything, it was different. So we do end up making it there, but we aren't exactly welcomed with open arms.
Miracle you didn't get bit. Ew, is that?
I'm okay. Just my head is splitting.
Get away from this house, you.
Oddly enough, when we come to, we realize that the bite on our arm is healing, and we are not turning, but Emma's house is being attacked, so we're going to need to clean house a little bit. And about this point in the game, we are approaching our first trophy. This overly charismatic man shows up and informs us that, for some reason, we're zombie-proof, which is great news.
Shit! You got no shot on this 8-ball. Lose the cue.
Okay.
And with that, we get our first trophy. Welcome to Hell A.
Don't touch her. How ridiculous!
I'm zombie-proof. I need to talk to our zombie.
So, do you guys remember this guy? Yeah, well, it turns out this was Emma's husband, and their marriage was all a PR thing, apparently.
A marriage was just PR, okay?
Whatever it takes.
And Emma expresses her guilt for the situation, and we let her know that we are heading to find some help, and let them know that I guess we're immune despite Sam's advice. Next up, just through general gameplay, you could get this before or after, depending on how much you decide to kind of sidetrack during the missions. But we get our second trophy, which is, for me, coup de grace, which is just basically performing 25 finishing moves of some form. And we're about to hit a string of trophies here. As we approach the hotel that we set out to find, it looks like no one is left alive. Surprise, surprise, and to be extremely honest, rather quickly, the third trophy pops up, which is break a leg. And that's basically just to maim 100 limbs. While looking for any signs of life in the hotel, we found a lot of not-so-kind guests that give me this perfect opportunity to earn my 4th trophy, which is I got a zombie army, and you can't handle me, by performing 25 perfect defensive moves. That's dodges or blocks. And yet again, directly after this, I earned my 5th trophy, hazardous materials. Slay 100 zombies using caustic, fire, or shock damage. After making it through the undead horde, we finally end up making contact with someone, and this gives us our 6th trophy, Hotel California, which is a story-driven trophy. Once we realized that the hotel was a lost cause and had been completely overrun, we made contact with a man by the name of Dr. Reed.
I hear you. I'm Dr. Reed. Did you hear my message? Where are you?
He is the head of a CDC team and wants us to make our way to him, but first we have to fight this totally progressive bride. Now that we've made it back to Emma's house with the news, it has been revealed that Michael, her obsessed assistant, has left, trying to be a hero, so naturally we have to track him down and save him, a proper human fetch quest. We do have some good news though. During this human fetch quest, it did give us our 7th trophy, Apex Predator, which is just knocking down 10 Apex variants of zombies. It's very simple and easy. You're gonna do this throughout the course of the game at some point. Could be sooner or later than when I achieved it. Eventually we do track down Michael and find out that he went looking for something at a movie set. We get the luxury of having to deal with all of this before getting our 8th trophy, which is story related, personal assistant, personally assisted. Again, this will happen naturally just through progressing through the main story of the game. We sent Michael back to Emma's after saving him. In the meantime, we have to meet up with Sam and his friend to get our hands on some guns. It didn't go as planned. Sam's friend, Ronnie, didn't know when to stop.
There she is. Not looking so hot today, Nikki. Hey, bitch. Still think you're too good for one
After handling a screamer and lots of zombies, we got a new shiny gun in our 9th trophy, Get Good, which is also a story-based trophy. After returning to Emma's, we find out that Michael was bit during his little expedition.
Oh, Michael.
Shit, we got to deal with this right now.
Don't touch him. Go check on Andrea, see if she's okay.
This was clearly hard on Emma, and after doing what needed to be done,
Why do you
well,
have to be the
she kicked us
special
out.
worker? Who the fuck are you?
Oh, Emma.
Get out of my house.
There you are.
After gearing up to leave, Sam yet again tries to stop us and warns us of what could come. We ignore that advice and move forward anyway.
Now on, no one goes outside except me.
Gonna try and stop me, Sam?
I keep saying, don't trust those fucks. You're better off here.
Yes. Stay. My immunity's my ticket out of here. I can make it on my own.
Okay, learn the hard way. I got one last tip for you.
Shoot.
When I had to get around Banoi, I used the sewers. I ain't saying they're safe, but you can line them up.
Thanks.
Sam suggested using the sewers, so we went ahead and did that, and we met another interesting character, Patton. Now, after meeting Patton and knowing that we still have to push through the sewers, we end up leaving and continuing the fight. A very interesting lady ends up showing up, and we realize we have more power than we initially thought.
Eyes on the prize. Let's go. Oh, shit. I regret my choices. Fuck! Oh, this is my day. This is my day. This is my...
Here you are. I've been looking for you.
What are... How? Do I...
Once learning of this new superpower and emerging from the sewers, we find ourselves in Venice Beach. Here I met some guys held up in a restaurant called the Blue Crab. Unfortunately, I didn't have my footage for my 10th trophy, which I unlocked around this part, called Friends Like These, but it is a story-driven trophy that you will get from meeting these people in the Venice Beach area, so no worries. While doing some side missions and kind of exploring, I did level some things up and receive my 11th trophy, which is called Bookworm, which is to collect 50 journals. This one's going to happen over time. You find them laying everywhere. They're not hard to find at all. I would just say explore, check corners, open as many like crates and things like that as you can, and you'll end up doing this one pretty easily. It's not too complicated. Continuing on my way with some side quests, I got the 12th trophy. This is my weapon. Fully upgrade a superior weapon and customize it with a mod or perk in every slot. So basically, once you get a pink colored weapon or reddish colored weapon, you're going to want to save up all of your resources and fully kit it out in every slot that's available, and that's how you unlock this trophy. I went back to Venice Beach and ended up fighting a literal zombie army. This gave me my 13th trophy, called Anger Management. Slay 50 zombies with Fury attacks. Your Fury attack is your special ability, the one that makes you all aggro. So again, it's pretty easy to get. You just have to remember to use that special ability. Honestly, I didn't use this much throughout the course of the game. I just enjoyed the regular weapons more, but it is very useful. So this is the post-production version of myself coming through here, and as I was editing this video, I did realize that during my recording, I misspoke around the 14th trophy. So there are actually 46 trophies in the game. 45 of them you earn, and then 46 would be the platinum trophy. Now, I did double count 14. I earned my 14th trophy here momentarily. I'll show you that. And then a little bit later, when I earned my 15th trophy, I said 14 again. So I realized that after I'd already gone through and edited at this point about half of the video, audio-wise. So pay attention to the graphic that's on screen, and pretty much from my 15th trophy on, just know that I am one number off of that actual count. And surprise, surprise, we find ourselves yet again at another zombie-infested hotel. We fight through and get to meet Dr. Reed, but something seems just a little bit off.
A loser.
I need to radio CDC, but I don't want to draw too much attention to you, so look. You make yourself at home, and I should have some good news soon.
Okay.
This is where we get our 14th trophy, Dr. Reed, I presume. Survive many perils of Venice Beach and meet Dr. Reed at the Sterling Hotel. This one will come naturally as it is another story trophy, and you'll get it as you progress. After completing a few more side quests, we decide to tell Dr. Reed that we are ready for our evac to save humanity. He tells us that we need to be tested at the Santa Monica Pier before the military will take us. What's one more step, right?
But my equipment is at the CDC HQ by Santa Monica Pier.
Good thing I grabbed a nap. Okay.
I took a little bit of time in between some of the store missions to work on a few side quests and get a little bit better gear. While doing a lot of lost and found missions, I hit level 20 and unlocked my 30th skill card in the game, thus giving me my 14th trophy, Stacking the Deck, to unlock the 30 skill cards. A lot of them will just happen as you play, but do as many side missions as possible, I'd say, to speed this up. If you're interested in doing like the menial stuff before a lot of the story missions, I found it easier to do it the other way around. But again, this one will happen naturally as long as you're taking advantage of side quests. Now back to the main story. I ended up at the Santa Monica Pier, and this area was very, very creepy. After doing some fighting, we had to kind of stick our arm in this weird machine thing to test our blood, but Dr. Reed still said that he needed a blood drive after extracting this blood, I guess to actually test it. So we were off on another fetch quest to find a blood drive. The Lifeguard HQ has lots of zombies to deal with, but this is where the blood drive is. So we handled that and got our 15th trophy, Perks of the Job. Complete 5 blueprint challenges. This trophy is a bit more complicated. You kind of have to pay attention to it. It did happen naturally for me, but I could see where if you use one weapon, you won't get it naturally. So after meeting Patton in Venice Beach, you will be able to earn this. There are a few different ways to get this challenge. Complete 5 of the following challenges. Perform 100 heavy attacks for the Contagious Blueprint. Inflict bleeding status 50 times for the Infectious Blueprint. Inflict Ignite 50 times for the Infernal Combustion Blueprint. Slay 100 zombies with melee weapons for the Leech Blade Blueprint. Knock down zombies 100 times for the Shockwave Blueprint. Inflict the Electrified Status Effect on zombies 50 times for the Static Charge Blueprint. collect 200 zombie parts for the vampire blueprint. So we took it upon ourselves to explore the pier, and in doing so, we met a clown. Yes, yeah, a clown. And he snatched the blood drive.
Come on.
We chased him down, and well, this is what nightmares are made of. Once we killed him and took our blood drive back, the ocean took us, and once we came to, we returned the drive for our 16th trophy, But Doctor, I Am Butcho. Slay a killer clown and get your blood sample back to Dr. Reed. Another story trophy, a traumatizing one, and honestly, my favorite part of the game, I think. I mean, during this, I also learned that the weird sewer lady knows Dr. Reed, and there's a lot more to the story, which we're going to get into later, but I think this was definitely my favorite part of the entire game. Just it was a really creepy setting, and it feels like there's a lot more work put into this particular part of the game, and I really enjoyed it. Since we have a lack of trust in Dr. Reed, we end up finding his daughter and learning some things about the sewer lady. This eventually points us towards Dr. Reed's lab, which we discover Noah, someone who is very similar to us and was a test subject that turns into a monster. Upon killing this monster, I got 2 trophies, our 17th and 18th trophies. Down with the Sickness, reach the highest tier of autophage infection by equipping autophage skills. And Humanity Distilled, equip your first Newman card. I was lucky with these 2. It's pretty straightforward though. Equip enough of these cards with the skulls on them to reach max autophage. And then I happened to get this also while unlocking the Newman card tier. So they kind of happened one and the same for me because I was already equipping some of this stuff and didn't realize it. So if this doesn't happen for you, it's fine. Just mess around with those cards a little bit and it'll be very easy to unlock. You might have to do it farther into the story though. The sewer lady was quick to explain that Dr. Reed is in fact the problem. She explains it best though, because it is a little confusing.
We are rare, precious.
What do you mean? What are we?
We are. Well, Reuben calls us Newman. We are the endpoint. Humanity distilled. I'm sorry. I had to push you hard. There is some cataclysm level shit coming down the line. It won't wait. And it's not kind. Only Newman, like us, can carry humanity through it.
The plague. You're working with Reuben to make a cure.
There is no plague. Reuben, he was a good man once, but now he is blinded by desperation. He's not making a cure.
What?
He's not making a cure because he can't. No one can. Humans, the autophage, Newman. It's an immense life cycle. A survival mechanism spanning countless eons. And we are the Omega point.
Get out of my head, okay? I'm not a part of this. I'm not.
Well, you are in deep denial. And you've had my 2 cents, so go and ask Reuben his. But whatever conclusion you come to, remember.
Trying to chase down Dr. Reed, we see him leaving the Sterling Hotel. We talk down Jimmy and start building a plan to get to Hollywood Boulevard to track down Dr. Reed yet again. This gave us our 19th trophy, Can't Handle the Truth. Learn the truth about what you are, and the dark secrets are revealed. Yet again, another story-based trophy, so not something you got to stress out about too much. We convince Emma and Sam to meet up with Patton in the sewers in order to fight with us through the sewers and through the subway system to get to Hollywood Boulevard to find Dr. Reed and allow Patton to fly us to safety. This gave us our 20th trophy, Like Riding a Bike. Find Patton and convince him to fly you out of LA. Also a story-based trophy. At this point, we are nearing the end of the story, so these next couple of trophies will all be story-based and pretty much impossible to miss as long as you play through the whole story. The group had to head into the subway, which was a challenge for sure. I think this was one of the more difficult areas of the game to actually fight in. But once we emerged from the metro, we got our 21st trophy, A Patton Emerges. Survive the metro system and get to Hollywood Boulevard, another story trophy. So yet again, not one you're going to miss. We've approached the end of our fight. We've tracked down Tisha and Dr. Reed, and he definitely has some explaining to do.
You don't understand.
I'm not a fucking zombie!
What are you then?
I don't know. But you do, don't you? You started the outbreak!
Dad? What did you do? What did you do?
I killed millions to save billions.
Why did you infect the city?
Because you were so rare. Only 1 in a million becomes a Newman, an autophage hybrid. I couldn't complete the cure without you.
The cure's worse than the disease.
No. The autophage isn't an illness, all right? 25 years ago, I found a clock hidden in our DNA, counting down to the day of our extinction. When the clock hits 0, the autophage will erupt in every man, woman, and child on Earth. I had to stop it.
It's inside everyone.
Yeah, we weren't built to last. Take that. Conrad thinks the autophage exists to create the Newman, but your anomaly's the best. Puppets are worst.
We're joined in our minds.
Joined by what? What does it want? Either Lolo is blind to it or she... I can only spare a few drops, but it'll neutralize the autophage, make you human again. All right? Now just go! Go! I can't hold out much longer!
No! Use it on yourself!
Sweetheart, you don't know what else I did. I modified an unborn baby. With the Newman blood, she becomes the cure. To be harvested every day for the rest of her life. I've taken everything from you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Get her out. Get her out of LA before I...
There's nothing we can do. We've got to go.
Don't touch me!
You don't want to see this. Come on! Run! Let's go!
Now we have to kill him, and this is the final boss fight, which was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Once we put Dr. Reed down and return to the chopper, we sacrificed our one and only cure to save Sam, because we know that we have to stay to find Tisha. And this creepy sewer lady and her friends imply that there's more to it than just that. With that, we have completed the story and gotten our 22nd trophy, Our True Nature. Give up your one chance to be human again.
Cadenza?
The song is incoherent.
Decided to stay with us?
Yes. To find Tisha.
That's the only reason.
With the story over, we just need to clean up some of the combat and exploration challenges now. These next few trophies I have to run through kind of fast because I guess I forgot to record this part of my gameplay, so feel free to pause and replay as needed. They're not full tutorials, but just if you're wanting to see kind of what I did in those instances to earn the pop-up for these trophies. The gameplay might not look as good because I did have to pull a lot of this from my PlayStation capture, so I'm sorry in advance. The next several trophies are like this. I was very frustrated to see that I didn't actually get these captured with my capture device, but I do have footage of them, so there's that. First, we have our 23rd trophy, Donk. Throw a melee weapon and hit a zombie 35 plus meters away. The tip that I have for this one is to do it at the beach and just kind of aim high enough above their head to account for the arc and the drop of the item. I found that small melee weapons tend to be the easiest for this challenge. Next, trophy 24 is Making Your Mark. Complete 10 non-story quests. This one is self-explanatory, and it's going to happen over time naturally as you complete the side quests. The next two I got at the same time. The 25th trophy is Variety is the Spice of Death. Complete the first tier of every weapon challenge. At this point in the game, you're going to have seen the challenge menu. Finish all the tier 1 challenges under every weapon challenge, and that's how you unlock that trophy. Trophy 26 was Ooh Shiny. Find your first legendary weapon. To get this, just complete as many of the lost and found weapon quests. A few of those reward legendary weapons, and some of them you're just going to kind of get just from doing the side quests. So this one is probably going to be a little bit easier for you to do towards the end of the game unless you really focus on it for a specific weapon. Trophy 27, Zombologist. Unlock every zombie type in the Zompedia. This is also found in the same area as the challenge list. Killing basically any and every zombie you come across is going to be the best way to go about this. I'd also recommend waiting till the end of the game for this one because a lot of them will just naturally spawn once you've kind of unlocked what type of zombies there are in the game. You won't have to try as hard to do this. If you wait that long, this should also just kind of happen naturally. Now, Trophy 28 is called Smorgasbord, and it requires you to complete every exploration challenge. It's done in a similar way to the weapon challenges, just complete the first tier of every one of the exploration ones. This requires you to pay a little bit more attention to what quests you are doing, though, in different areas, but it's still very, very easy and simple. Not something you're going to have to try too hard on. Our 29th trophy was Rising Star. Complete 20 non-story quests, and it's about as simple as it sounds. Just keep completing those side quests. At the same time, we unlocked our 30th trophy, Internet Famous. Complete Amanda's clickbait quests. You won't believe what happens next. During the quests that you do for the challenges, you're going to meet certain characters that have a string of missions for themselves. Amanda here was an internet vlogger and basically puts you through the ringer for her videos and doing different things until her demise. Also not hard to do, you just gotta follow these quest lines. None of them are difficult, and they'll be sprinkled throughout the different areas of the game. She'll, bounce around to different locations. The 31st trophy, Go Bobcats. Reunite all the VCLA Bobcats. Just like the previous trophy, this is another set of side story missions with a string of their own quests. And yet another one, trophy number 32, Make It So. Help Sarah and Sebastian light a beacon of hope. Follow the quest lines just like the last two trophies. Now, as you play the game, you're going to come across tons of locked safes or toolboxes and things like that. And as you're going to play, you're going to find sets of keys, or you're going to have to kill specific zombies in order to get the keys or key cards or things of that manner to unlock those safes and those boxes. Once you get these, you just have to unlock 10 of them in order to unlock the 33rd trophy, Jumbo Keyring. It's something that I could have done way earlier in the game if I tried, but I just felt like it was going to be easier if I waited towards the end and kind of cleaned everything up all at once. So basically, just as you come across these, don't pay too much attention to them unless you really want a weapon out of one of them that you know about, and then just kind of play the game, and as you go, you will kill specific zombies, and they'll drop keys, and you can go back and open up a bunch of these locked areas, locked boxes to get this trophy. So while I was cleaning up random trophies and just getting all this end stuff done in the game, I did come across a couple of frustrating ones. This is definitely one of them, but this should hopefully help a lot of people. The 34th trophy is called Not Even My Final Form. Slay a mutator before it transforms. To do this, you're going to need the sniper Peggy, and to get this gun, you have to complete a side quest given to you by Curtis Sinclair called Creature Comforts. You will find Curtis Sinclair in the Bel Air area, and if you haven't ran into him already by this point, once you obtain the gun, you need to just simply apply these attachments. Superior Ranged Punctuator Mod, Speed Loader, Damaging, and Russian Roulette. With this gun kitted out, I just went to a mutator hotspot in Bel Air and crouched around killing zombies with headshots. That's very important because it has to kill him before he can turn, so you want to be able to one-shot him. Until I unlocked the trophy. That's basically what I did. Now, I did have to use some guides myself to get this one done. I didn't know what weapon was best to use, so I looked up some things and found that that weapon was best. It's very simple to go and get if you haven't already done that. Just if you have this weapon, do not sell it. Do not get rid of it because it's important for this challenge. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but this was the most effective way that I found to do it. The 35th trophy came at the same time. Zombicidal Maniac. Complete the first tier of every combat challenge, which is similar to every other set of challenges, but killing a mutator before it transforms is one of those challenges for the combat challenges, so it's crucial that you get that done. It also requires you to dismember 3 zombies with 1 shuriken throw. The best way to do this is to bait bomb and then aim for the legs in a clustered group. It took me a while to get this one to work. Unfortunately, I don't have the footage of this, of me doing this, but I went to the beach area. It was easy to do there. You just throw the bait bomb down, and then when they all kind of get close together and they're around it eating the bait bomb, you just get close to them and kind of crouch and aim for their legs and throw a shuriken, and that one seemed to do it for me. It took me probably like 30-40 minutes of doing this constantly until I unlocked the trophy, but every other method that I tried, I couldn't get this. Now, sadly, I just straight up don't have the gameplay of me unlocking my 36th trophy, which is on Safari. Complete the first tier of every zombie challenge. Thankfully, this one is straightforward, though. The majority of these challenges are just focused around killing a variety of different zombie types, and this is going to happen naturally. The one that I had the most trouble with was the large zombies that kind of spit stuff at you. The fire version of that, I think, was the last one that I did to unlock this, because those seem to be the rarest ones around for me to kind of find. Trophy number 37, Sole Survivor. Complete 9 lost and found missing person quests. This is one of those core sets of side quests in the game. They're kind of hard to miss, and I put most of these off till the end of the game just because I knew I wanted to focus on completing the main story and getting those trophies done. You pick up the missing person and missing weapon quests in this Serling hotel where Dr. Reed was. Now, in the making of this video, I've kind of realized that most of these trophies and challenges don't require you to go out of your way too much, such as the 38th trophy called Max Headroom, reach level 30, which is the max level, by the way. Really no explanation needed here. Gaining as much XP as possible by killing various zombies and then doing the missions and side quests. This one almost definitely will happen towards the end of the game for you because you're going to complete the main story missions and they're going to give you the bulk of your XP, and then you're also going to be doing a bunch of those side quests at that point, so this one will just happen over time. Our 39th trophy is LA Influential. Complete 40 non-story quests. Basically just do every side quest in the game, and then that's how you're going to get this. And I got this in combination with another trophy, our 40th trophy, Gore Horse. Help an artist complete all of their greatest and grisliest pieces of art. It took me a while to find out where this one was even at, and I just did all of her steps in a row since I had all the required parts on me from just playing through the game. So what I would do is I would give her some parts, and then I would run off and go kill zombies or loot stuff, and then I would come back after a few minutes, and it would reset her next part of her quest line, and then you just give her the more parts that she wants, because you should already have them on you by this point. And you just do that like 5 times roughly, run away, come back, and then you'll unlock this trophy. Very, very, very easy, and I 100% recommend waiting till the very end of the game to do this one, because you practically don't even have to go out of your way to do it at that point. Now this one goes hand in hand with the rest of the Lost and Found missions. Trophy 41 was called Sharpest Tool in the Box. complete 5 lost and found weapon quests. This one would be better to do early in the game since it does give you some cool weapons to play around with. But I don't know how early you can actually get 5 of these lost and found quests, so take that for what you want. And these are very simple, usually just looking around for certain buildings or clues, keys, or getting messages pointing you in the right direction. There are plenty of tutorials to show you how to complete some of the more challenging lost and found quests as well. But if you're just going for the trophy, there are definitely 5 simple ones that you can do. I didn't have to look up any guides to complete any of these. They pretty much hold your hand through the whole thing. Now, I was personally dreading the next few trophies. Usually any game that has online trophies I avoid, but these seemed simple enough. The reality is that I got lucky, to be honest. So I'm going to roll through these next few trophies pretty quick. Trophy 42, I Am Resurrection. Revive other Slayers 5 times. Now, this one I believe will happen if you are just playing with friends or randoms consistently, if you just enjoy playing online. However, I didn't even want to touch the online mode, so when I went to go get these trophies, I just played until I found someone and messaged him and asked him to go down 5 times so that way I could revive him. Thankfully, he helped me out. And then this same random player actually helped me get all of the online trophies. So Trophy 43 was Slayer Squad. Complete any 5 quests in co-op. Now, this one can be cheesed a little bit. So because I had already completed most of the side quests by the time I went and did this challenge, I thought I had screwed myself. But it turns out you can actually just replay side missions that you've already done with other players, and it counts as a story mission that you've done, you know, one of the 5 times. So I basically just helped him find 5 of the lost and found weapons that he needed, and then boom, I got my 5 quests. We are reaching the end of the trophy hunt, and this next one took me a while to complete. Trophy 44, Survival Skills. Complete the first tier of every Survivor challenge. This sounds as simple as the other sets of challenges, and in all reality it is. But one of the challenges requires you to acquire $1 million in-game cash. And by the time I got to this point where I was focusing on this challenge, I had about $500,000. And that's just over the course of naturally playing the game. So I was like, crap, like how am I going to, you know, come up with the money to get this trophy done if it took me this long to get to 500,000 and I still have halfway to go? Basically, what you need to do is I went to a beach area. I killed as many zombies as I could. I would pick up all of the relatively valuable weapons, the guns, things like that, and then go back to a vendor and sell every single one of them and just do that on repeat until you get the $1 million mark, and you will unlock your 44th trophy, Survival Skills. So this one took me about, I don't know, an hour and a half to earn that $500,000 using the method that I just told you. Now, for me, once I completed this trophy, I also completed the entire Platinum series. I unlocked Hoodoo Voodoo, collect every Dead Island 2 trophy, and with that, I have Platinumed Dead Island 2. Now, I have to say this trophy hunt experience was extremely enjoyable. It was very simple. Nothing to me was super frustrating or made me furious, and the game overall was just a lot of fun. It was a good old hack and slash zombie experience, which is pretty much what I was expecting out of a Dead Island game. I loved the first game, and I played it over and over again when I was a lot younger, and so I was really looking forward to playing this. So this video took a lot of work for me, and I'm really pushing to see if this new type of video performs well on my channel, and I would like to make a ton of these types of videos because just playing games is so enjoyable, and I want to kind of steer away from just traditional Call of Duty content because it's just not who I am anymore, unfortunately. So if you did enjoy this video, please show some interaction, kind of help the video out, comments, likes, subscribe if you would like to support this, and then also comment down below games that you would like to see me platinum. Now, if any of these videos that I make, because I'll continue making more as long as they do well, if any of these videos that I make ever reach 1 million views, I will platinum Elden Ring. I will platinum Elden Ring, and if I'm able to, I will record it with my face cam on and microphone for at least some parts, so that way y'all can see the frustration that I'm sure I will experience doing that. So please go ahead, subscribe, interact with the video in any way to show support, and thank you.